Hello there, this is everyone's favorite Fox Savvy, and today I'm here to talk to you about Snufkin Melody of Moominvalley. So Snufkin Melody of Moominvalley is a musical adventure game about Moomin's friend Snufkin restoring Moominvalley, and if what I said was complete gibberish, let me explain. So Moomin is a series of books and comics created by writer and illustrator Tove Jansson. The Moomins are a family of little hippo-looking trolls that live in Moominvalley, obviously.
I'm Moomin Papa, and I am the owner of this house.
No, you're not. You're a hippopotamus.
How dare you?
Snufkin is a free spirit, baby. A wanderer with a routine. Every spring he comes to Moominvalley to hang out with his bestie Moomin Troll. When autumn comes, he packs up and he goes south before the winter when the Moomins hibernate. Now, I didn't know what the Moomins were for a long time because I didn't grow up with them. But one day I was on Pinterest, like I am all the time, and I saw this little white hippo dude and this little gremlin man with a giant green hat. And I was like, what is that? I have to know what that is. And wow, there's a lot here. And then I started reading the books, and I got the comics, and I watched the shows that I could watch, because obviously they're not over here in the States. And I got really obsessed with it. I really, really loved it. So when I heard that there was going to be a video game about Snufkin, I was pretty excited. Because let's be real, Snufkin is pretty much, I would say, a lot of people's favorite character. He's cool, he's calm, he's collected, and he is a really good friend. Now, the people who made the game, Hyper Games, worked very closely with the Moomin team to make a completely original story that was inspired by various Moomin stories, especially the book Moomin Summer Madness, which came out in 1954. In the book, Snufkin settles his accounts with a park keeper by pulling out all of the signs and planting Hattie Fatteners around. The Hattie Fatteners play a smaller role in the game than they do in the book, but you will be pulling out a lot of signs in this game. According to the CEO of Hyper Games, the idea of a Moomin game kicked off in 2020 after we'd been working on a project with quite a dark theme for a long time, and we were craving something more cheery. The idea first came to me when reading Tove Jansson's picture book, Who Will Comfort Toffel? And the ball rolled quickly from there. As the title suggests, you will be using music to solve your problems. Playing music for the village creatures will get them to help you solve puzzles. Different creatures require different instruments that you will collect throughout your journey. How well you play is determined by the amount of inspiration you have. In order to level up Snufkin's inspiration, you're going to need to complete side quests, or you can just run through bushes. He gets inspiration from everywhere. These quirky gameplay mechanics is inspired by the short story The Spring Tune from Tales of Moominvalley. In the story, Snufkin is trying to find inspiration for a new melody whilst trekking through the wilderness. So all he needs to do is go through a couple bushes and he's, more inspired. Besides playing music, Snufkin will also partake in a little eco-terrorism. Parks have been placed around the valley. In order to get rid of them, you're going to have to complete a stealth minigame. This consists of sneaking around, pulling out signs, and pushing over statues while avoiding the cops. You can hide in the bushes and use animals to distract the police as you wreak havoc around the park. Once all of the signs have been pulled out, the cops will get confused as to what are they doing there, and they will leave. And they will leave it unattended, which will allow Snufkin to dismantle the rest of the park, and nature will do the rest. This game's art style was inspired by Tove Jansson's watercolor paintings. While the team didn't try to mimic the style directly, it's important to them that it feels like the ideas were born from Jansson's hands. Hyper Game Studio got Atlantic post-rock band Sugar Rose to make the opening theme, as well as collaborate with composer and sound designer Oda Tilsit on some of the in-game ambient tracks, based on the interview they did On Moomin.com, they seemed nervous about creating a song for the Moomin franchise because the band had a lot of respect for it. The band's keyboardist stated, "No music can do it justice." So they just kind of gave them one song from their already released album, Untitled #1. Conclusion, I liked it. I really did. I liked running around and destroying property as Snufkin. I did have an issue with motion sickness when I started, but it went away after a while. It helped to make me less barfy when I focused on Snufkin and not the environment around him. Knowing the world of Moomin is not necessary to play this. Even I, a Moomin aficionado, had to look up who these creatures were. Turns out that they're a strange creature full face. So, my fault for not knowing that. If you want to know more about the Moomins, this might be your best option here in the good old US of A, because we basically have nothing Moomin related here except maybe the comics? Everything Moomin themed I own is imported from the UK or Japan. I would like more Moomin over here.